All right, folks, here we go. We're going to take two here. First recording didn't work already, so let's try it. So you're opening up Blender, you're a little shocked. What are all these things, okay? So I'll try to slow down and as best as I can and introduce you to the interface, the user interface, okay? Here are your tools, okay? So watch what I'm doing. This here are your tools. This is kind of like your layers, it's called. Basically anything that's in this scene is in here, okay? If you've used any other apps, basically it's the collection and so forth. So, okay. In here are the various input directions and modifications and so forth. I like to stay in this one. And here, if you're not seeing this one, it's N. So really, T is for tools, T. N for numeric input. Blender calls it something else, but I like to call it numeric input. If you don't have this, please practice T and T right now. Dynamite, you will remember this. T and then N for input, okay? And also, if you ever hover on an edge of anything, you can expand it or shrink it or resize it. Not resize it, make it shorter or wider. Same thing here. Hover my mouse at the edge, left click and bring it out. So now I know these are my tools in the beginning. Starting, move, rotate, scale. Okay, so move. I'm only left clicking on the arrow and notice how it's going in the Y direction. Positive Y right here, positive Y right here, positive Y. Sweet. In this numeric input format, I also have dimensions. So this cube right now is 2 meters tall. 2 meters wide, and it's a cube, right? So that's basically, you're around 7 feet, just under. So a meter is, what is it? 3 feet, 4 inches, so 100 centimeters. So this is 200 centimeters as tall as your the door in our classroom. So what I'm trying to get at here is eventually we'll change the size of this, but right now it's too soon. Okay, so again, left click on the arrow only. Okay, avoid grabbing things on these little squares, because what's happening now, you are moving in all 3 axes in the world that's created. It's called the world space. Okay, so you notice how I'm moving in this direction. It's in real time. Okay. So if I just zero this out, 0 tab 0 tab 0, I'm back to the beginning, okay? So notice, there's some real lag going on here. I don't know why. Okay, scroll in, middle scroll. Just middle scroll your button. It zooms in, zooms out. Also, this little plus icon, if you're at home, you're on a laptop, and you don't have a 3-button mouse, this is what you'll use right here. Good luck. I mean, you can just click on it with your trackpad, and it'll work. Okay, this is the pan tool. Okay, pan, like that. And if I left click on any of these circles and drag, it's like you're kind of rotating within the space or orbiting. Personally, I don't use these unless I'm going orthographic view. As you know, one view orthographic. Okay, so this is a really quick intro, folks. I apologize for rushing. There's a lot to show you here. All right, so I did that. I'm moving this around. I'm getting comfortable doing this. Please watch and do. Watch, take notes, and say, oh, Balian used this arrow tool for move. Got it. If I go to rotate, it does it. We'll get to that eventually. So I'm always left clicking on things and letting go and clicking out. Scale. Very bizarre, right? Like I don't usually work on an angle. So look. So you see how this thing is rotated here? What if I just change it at 0? Watch what happens. See? There's many levels of correction here. So if I want to scale this back to what it was, I just type in 1 tab, and it's back to itself. Okay. Now we're actually going to be learning how to create this cup. Just simple. It's not a cube, and it's not 2 meters tall, right? So you'll know what I mean by that in a second. So if I go to move here, click on the cube. I want to duplicate it. Okay. So if you right click on this, first item that you will memorize eventually is duplicate object. Look at that. Right click, duplicate object, Shift D. So now Blender's confused. Do you want me to move around like this, Mr. Balian? If I press Y, it automatically gives you it's like constraints, right? So it moves on the Y. And I do it again. Right click, duplicate, which is Shift D. Press Y. This time I'll go in this direction. So I'm duplicating. Now you see how this is already selected, right? If I hold Shift and left click the next 2 cubes, so again, click, left click, boom, Shift left click, here you go. You have all 3 selected. Right click, duplicate objects. This time I want to move on the X, so I just type in X. See? There. And if I go Shift D X, look what it does right there. Okay, now most of you are going to do this. Look, you're going to come in here and do something like this, and you because I'm going to say duplicate this on the z-axis, which is up in this application. And if I right click and press duplicate object here, Shift D, now I'm also duplicating the camera and the light source. That's the light source. Sorry folks, this is like the second attempt here. So this is the camera, notice camera. This is like your layers in other apps, okay? So here's my camera. So if I did this, a marquee select, so you guys know what a marquee select is, when you just hold your button and just make a marquee. You can do that. You can hold shift, boom, shift left click, shift left click, shift left click. Notice that you are selecting these, right? That is a nice way to duplicate something, because you can just individually select one piece, then hold shift, left click, left click, left click, left click. Okay, there you go. And then I could go duplicate object. There's something going on in the background. I don't like it. And I'm going to press Z now. See? I did not duplicate the camera or the lights. All right. So that being done, that's my duplicate tool. So there's another way here. What if I come over here and hold shift and left click? Look at that. What? This is the same in Adobe, okay? So click on one object, come down or move away, shift left click, all those pieces will be. If I go shift left click further, I have all of these selected, okay? Get comfortable doing this, please. I'm just going to press X to delete, okay? So the goal of this now, this is going pretty fast. We want to create objects now, right? Watch where this goes. Blender uses simple language, which is very good. You want to add something? Oh, what? Look, add mesh. That's where you're going to go. Add, left click, mesh, and we're going to go to cylinder. Like I said to you, we don't need a 7-foot cylinder, do we? We're not concerned about it right now, but eventually I'll talk to you about it. Notice that when you actually create something, you have a short window to initially affect the number of faces. Let me just put this on, I'll come back to that. Number of faces. So the minute I click away, look, the minute I click away, that is gone. Control Z, bye-bye. Watch again. I'll go to add, mesh, cylinder. Right here. Where is it? Cylinder, right there. Soon as this opens up, notice here, if I type in 64 here, eventually we're going to make things with great resolution, right? See? 64 faces around it, okay? So I'm adding new stuff. So what I'm going to do now, looking at this bottle, okay, there are basically one main idea. It's a cylinder that's tapered. Then there's this part here, that part, the plastic, and the main body. Okay, so this technically could be a second. This could be the first, second, third, fourth, 4 pieces. Okay, so what I'm just going to do right now, I'm just going to resize this. So right now, everybody knows how to move something, and again, we don't care about the 2 meter thing right now. So I'm going to go to scale, and I'm just going to scale it up. So there's my piece. Look at that. That's my base. Okay, of my bottle. Back to move. Right click. Oh, duplicate. We learned that. Shift D. And now I want it to go up. Z. But this top part, I want it to be not as tall. So I'll go to my scale tool. In the future, you'll be using hotkeys. So look, there's my second component. Okay? Click out. I'm in Move tool. Back to Move. Now I'm going to right click again and duplicate. Press Z and this time go downwards. Okay? I'm going to middle scroll button. Middle scroll. Spin around. Hold Shift. Middle scroll to pan, which is really this guy here. Look, the hand tool. So as you know, the bottom of this basically right now is supposed to be narrow, just like this. Okay? So here, if I go to scale again on the Z-axis, which is up, you're just going to scale that down. See that? And then I'll go to move, and I'll just move it here. 1, 2, 3. We also know there's a lid, right? We're not going to design the lid so well right now, but I'll duplicate this one, right? And this is not a good practice not naming this. So eventually I'm going to teach you how to name something. It's really simple. We'll do it now. All right. Right click, duplicate. Z. I can type in S now. And then Z. Look what it did. Oh, yeah. It constrained it. So, okay, this is really new territory. So again, scale. So what? Scale. Control Z, undo. Click here. I can scale it up, down. Okay, in the future, watch. I'll stay in move. S stands for scale. And then which axes? S for scale, Z. I just want to go up and down. So I type in Z, look what happens. Keep your mouse away so you have this really nice spider web there. Boom. So essentially, this is my component, okay? These are the components for this cup. Okay, and I am going to stop here. So I'd like you to do this and take a screen grab of your own work like this. So the way to see the edges, folks, do you see the two circles here next to the bow and arrow? Wireframe. See? Wireframe on the geometry. Wireframe. If this is super small here and you can't see it, it's right here. See? So I put that on. So get used to using snippet and take a picture here. Hopefully this all worked. This is take 2 here, okay? Let's call it a day. I mean, let's call it, that's it. Balian out.